Welcome to Onamichi. Guess what we're doing? There seems to be two reasons people come to Onamichi. One of them is to cycle. The other one is...
Cats? Cat temples? Lots of temples, lots of cats. I'm not sure if they're connected, but...
So we're in the cycle-friendly hotel, and I don't think I realized how cycle-friendly a hotel could be. It's pretty clear which group is which. So we are starting off. We are dressed thematically for the Shimanami Kaido, which is, well, over there. Let's get on the road.
Go.
The ride starts with a little pedestrian ferry, and this might give you some idea how popular the Shimanami Kaido is. With the ferry behind us, we are on the road. The ride is super flat. The only actual elevation are these slow, steady climbs up to the bridges. Well, it's noon. We're more than halfway. It's a pretty short ride today, but it's pretty. And all manner of cyclists, so all manner of like city bikes and high-strung road bikes and e-bikes, and everybody's doing this ride and having fun. It's nice. So we headed up and over our second bridge of the day. And made a quick stop.
We got, I was going to say orange juice, citrus juice. Cheers.
We then rolled into a little village to see the Kosanji Temple. And the Cave of 1,000 Buddhas. If anything, they undersold the number of Buddhas. Overall, I've waited longer and paid more to see much less beautiful temples. Then, back on the road. Up our last bridge of the day, and to the hotel. And what a hotel!
You know, sometimes you pay a lot for a hotel, and it's just kind of a little more like gold leaf or whatever. And sometimes you pay a lot for a hotel,
And it has a view.
and you get the waka with this view of the bridge and dinner and nicest friggin' staff ever. Yeah.
This was the view from our room. They were extremely cycle-friendly and even had a free shuttle to the Omishima Brewery, the funniest little craft brewery. On the way back, the shuttle driver insisted on stopping to show us his favorite sakura tree at a little local temple. Next, they're going to bring us dinner. We're going to cook right here in front of our room. And see you tomorrow for the second half of the trail to get us to Imabari. And on the third day, we ride back.
Welcome to day 2 in the Shimanami Kaido. From this frigging beautiful hotel to Imabari. Another 40 or so kilometer day. We're still undecided about tomorrow's 80 kilometer day with a rain forecast.
But this lovely hotel, Waka, offers bike return service. So maybe we'll do that and just leisurely make our way back to Onamichi.
I think we go for it and ride in the rain, but let's see what the future brings. Goodbye, beautiful hotel.
Much like the day before, we started a beautiful flat ride, broken up with climbs to bridges.
Compared to yesterday's crowds and crowds of cyclists, I believe this morning in our first few kilometers we've seen 4 cyclists who didn't, live here. I guess the work to get out in the middle of this ride is not what most people are doing.
Make it 8.
We have just stopped here. This is not a river. This is just the tide or the current flowing between these islands. It doesn't seem like an awesome spot to swim.
Okay, we're about halfway down the ride to Imabari for the day. It is 11:30.
Yep.
And so there's an optional climb that we had looked at that is about 250 meters, which, for those who know it, is about one Burnaby Mountain. So
We fueled up on Snickers and random drinks. We're good to go.
let's get up a hill. Dear viewer, you're not getting how steep this is, but this bike could use another gear. I seem to remember recording a clip in Taiwan last year where I said something like, I don't remember the last time I used anything but my lowest gear. I think this hill is just going to be 45 minutes or an hour of that.
So Kat's been walking it. Every time I stop to wait for her, I realize how not much faster than a walking pace I'm actually going.
I'm making great time.
After about 4 kilometers at a pretty brutal 9% grade, we made it. The view was pretty. Was it worth it? Eh. And down we went, towards our last bridge.
As we come across our final bridge of the day, somebody from the hotel last night said, oh, I paddle. And we said, oh, do you go to the other islands? And he said, well, it depends on the current and the tides. And yeah, wow. I would not get in that water in a paddleboard or whatever he said he was doing. It is rocking.
Finally, we made it into Imabari and to our hotel.
And then there was one. As you can see, Greg's bike is not there, but mine is. He's decided to ride from Imabari to the Satota Ferry, but I don't want to. It's going to rain this morning, and I don't feel like riding in the rain.
But I'm gonna.
Instead, I'm going to be taking a cycle taxi to the Satota Ferry where I'll meet Greg. Let's go souvenir shopping.
Good morning, dear viewers. I'm on the road without Kat. I've already come out of Imabari, up the frankly insane approach to that first bridge. I took a time lapse. Here's what that looked like. And across the first bridge, not up that peak, which we did yesterday. I have one job today. What I'm gonna do today is follow that blue line. I'll eat when I'm hungry. I'll go whatever speed feels right. If it rains, I will get wet. And I'm going.
And that's just what I did. I didn't stop to take pictures. I didn't participate in the social internet. I just followed the line.
Greetings from the road. I have stopped for this. As far as we can tell, the full ride is about 80 kilometers, station to station. So that's halfway. I'm feeling good.
As I came into Satota,
Look at it. I found Kat. She's in there.
and because of her driver's polite refusal to squeeze past me on the narrow road,
Well, by the most technical of definitions, I beat her.
but soon,
I had a little lunch, a few minutes rest on the legs, back on the blue line, feeling good. Second to last bridge.
and Kat hopped onto the ferry.
I believe I've taken a little detour here onto the, I don't know, seaside route instead of the main Shimanami Kaido. But it's all right. I think it'll add a kilometer or two, but we'll get there.
I had in fact not taken a detour. It's just that once you get more than a few kilometers from the bike rental places, cyclists thin out, and I thought I'd lost the track. As Kat made progress by ferry, I started to think I was going to beat her back. I put my head down and charged towards a little passenger ferry I had to catch. Unfortunately, I was so excited to be making good time, I missed the turn to the ferry. In retrospect, this guy on the e-bike that I was following had probably come off the ferry and turned the other way. So, would I have made the previous ferry and made it back before Kat without navigation difficulties? I'm not really sure.
And there's Greg.
Do you hear the smugness in her voice? We spent the next day in Onamichi. We walked up to a lovely temple for a view of the town. Considering the town is famous for its temple and cats, we saw exactly one cat the whole time. While we're on our way down, some real talk about the Shimanami Kaido, since we saw several people who were in over their heads or had to return their bikes late. I think the Instagram girlies who ride a kilometer from the bike rental shop in full makeup are giving people the wrong idea. It's a mostly flat 80-kilometer ride. If you know what it means for you to do 80 kilometers in a day, and you know how much time that leaves you for sightseeing, great, go for it. But just because you saw some aesthetic shots of the ride and it looked cute, be realistic about how many kilometers you can cover. Next, we end our trip in Tokyo. See you there.